Welcome back to Third Evo on this beautiful Saturday, the 21st of January, exactly 1 week after my birthday. Shout out. And we are going to check out what Hogwarts Legacy has in store for us. I'm excited. Let's fucking go. I'm still waking up, kind of. I've been up for a while, but my first cup of coffee. This is the Saturday morning sit down, where you have to pull up, you know, get your favorite hot beverage, and let's hang out a little bit, you know. Kind of wrong scene, my fault here. I am a little bit of a sleepyhead. I appreciate all 4 or 5 of you guys being here. This is awesome. I didn't know, you know, obviously a little bit different than what we normally do on stream, but I wanted to, you know, try something else. And we have a lot of video to get through. There's been 2 gameplay trailers they've released. One, as you see right here, is 46 minutes, and the other one is like 35, 38 or something like that. And then 3 days ago, we got the official gameplay release or trailer. Let's see, what do they call it exactly? I don't want to butcher whatever they call it. Let's see. 3 days ago, the official cinematic trailer for Hogwarts Legacy came out 3 days ago. So we'll end with that. And by end, I mean end this Hogwarts showcase with that. We'll go through them, see what we can find as far as what we can expect from the game. I am pumped for this. I don't know about you guys. 1 second, sticking 100 hours, shout out sticking 100 hours. Anybody that passes 100 hours, shout out to you. I mean, that's incredible. Now you got Rouge is almost at 3, Cloud at 252. I mean, they've been here since been here, and they're always here. So shout out those two. I'm down to watch and play the game when it comes out. Hell yeah, I'm excited to play. Is this multiplayer? I don't think this is multiplayer, is it? If it is, I mean, anybody that has it in our community will have as many people as we can. But I'm pretty sure this is single player. If it's multiplayer, is it multiplayer? I mean, we'll definitely find out during this. Hogwarts Legacy does not have any kind of multiplayer or co-op support. It also has no competitive features either. It is purely a single player RPG game. Okay, or RPG, sorry, not RPG game. Let's not fucking do that. Yeah, I haven't heard it say no anymore. Assertly. Assertly. There you go, right? Yeah, assertly than that. So I think, without further ado, we're gonna cut the music down. I think to probably off, maybe low. I can't decide, low or off. You guys decide for me. And then, like I said, we're gonna start getting through these. Pause at certain spots and talk about it. I think, you know, here and there. The gameplay, the official trailer, I want to look at, you know, a little bit more in depthly. It's only like a minute and a half long or something like that. We'll go through that like frame by frame, if you will, and kind of see if we can see anything. Now this is set in 1890, so it's not gonna be like, oh, like I just saw Professor Snape walk by. Like, no, you didn't. Motherfucker's dead. By dead, I mean not alive. So, you know what I mean? Like, he's not alive yet in that time. So, like, what are we doing here? You know? So, 1890. Know that. I say low in your opinion. I appreciate you letting me know. We'll turn it down. We'll switch scenes to the good one. And let's fucking start this. I think we're going to take the ticker off for this. Which I always forget how to take the ticker off. I always know how to turn it on, but never know how to turn it off. Nope. See, I did that last time. Hey, I did it. Alright, boys, let's get into this shit. W's in chat. Who's excited? This might be too loud. We'll see. Thanks. Thanks, boys. I appreciate you guys. I am pumped for this. We do have this set to 4K, so we should be... Let's double check and make sure that... Yeah. This should be the best look we can get at it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Avalanche Software.
Hi, Chandler.
We've got a lot of really exciting stuff to show you today, but before we get into
I played
showing you
Borderlands
the game and gameplay, I have a few wonderful guests that I need to introduce you to. First up, we have our community guest host.
I've seen a little bit of this guy around
Latest and greatest
the
in
YouTubes.
Hogwarts Legacy
I love
content.
him.
He's the local Merlin conspiracy theorist.
Guilty as charged.
This guy, yeah, this guy's awesome. I love him so much.
James Whitehead.
James, that's right, James.
Yes,
Like that guy bowing to him,
James
yeah.
Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content, and I am one half of Expecto Go, the other half, my wife Sue.
Oh yeah, I played all the Borderlands.
Represents that other half, so I'm excited to be here, and thank you, Avalanche Software, for inviting me. I cannot wait to go over this gameplay. I just got to say that.
Welcome, thank you for being here. And we've got two people from the studio, just two of the many people bringing this thing together. The magic of Hogwarts Legacy. Game director, Alan Tu.
Hello, everyone.
And senior environment artist and Hogwarts expert, Boston Madsen. So thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules right now to sit down with us to help us show everybody gameplay.
I like that little
so what we're
book
going to
they
be
have
showing
on
you
the
today,
table.
first, the character creator, because
I'm excited for the character creator. I'm pumped for this.
And you have to create yourself when you get into to get into Hogwarts.
Are we going to create a character as maybe a stream, or are we going to create a character that tries to look like me? Now, remember, we're a kid, so I don't know if we're going to be able to find a full-fledged beard in this, you know what I mean? So we got to figure out what we're going to do as a stream as far as character creation. But we are going to tackle every aspect of this game, just to let you guys
bring
know.
Your whole authentic self to Hogwarts. So we're going to show you that character
Go lay down,
creator.
buddies.
Then we're going to dive into a tour of Hogwarts, and it's just a small tour of Hogwarts, right? Because Hogwarts is huge. Hogwarts is really big. So we're going to be showing you a little bit, but it's still a lot. So, and finally, ending up with combat. A little taste of combat, a little taste of how all that works.
Let's
A little taste.
Fucking with Godric Leviosa.
We're excited to get there. But again, first and foremost,
You know what I
we need to
mean?
get
Swish
into
and
this
flick.
character creator.
Swish
And
and
James,
flick.
with you here, we wanted to let you.
We wanted to
create
do this for 20
character.
years.
So, Andrew, who is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture
I believe that's how you say it. First time reacting to the gameplay? Yeah. I haven't seen any of these
gonna
yet.
be
And we're just
handing
going
you
to
the
tackle them all, or both of them in a row as a stream.
All right, so
I'm pumped.
What are we looking at?
I've barely
right
even
here?
seen clips of it, really.
These are your presets. So a lot like other games, there's some initial settings that you can choose for your character.
Okay, good. I'm glad it wasn't just
get them into like
presets.
The ballpark
I
of
was
what you
worried
want
for a
to
second.
Be who you want to be and what you want to change.
Oh man!
And then once you're in that ballpark, all the other tabs let you dial.
You
that
good,
in,
Jukes? You
be
want to talk about
exactly
anything,
who
dude?
you want to be.
I'm sorry you have a bad day,
goal
my
with
guy.
This is to make sure that for anyone that
If I can do anything,
fantasies about
please let
bringing
me know.
themselves
Please let me
for
know.
the very first time, that they feel like they have the options in order to represent who they are and essentially bring themselves to Hogwarts.
Send me a
or
message
whatever
if you need to,
character
boss.
They want to bring to Hogwarts.
Oh my god, and options galore. Do you mind if I try to put myself in here right quick?
This is all about you
Okay,
today.
okay. All right. So, okay, yeah, that's me. We're here. That's me right there. All right, so that's step one.
We're pretty close, but let's look at everything
Okay,
here.
let's go over
play
here.
around with some of these options, like really.
All right, so what are we looking at with this option over here with the tab? I see face stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of the different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here. So you can, now you're just kind of getting into the details in your face shape, in your skin color. And then because we knew a lot of people going right in are going to want it right away, even though it's an option later in the game, you can collect different types of glasses, put them on later. We give you some options right up front if you want to have glasses for your character.
Oh man.
Right up front, you get glasses right away. Len,
with this.
These are a lot of
Wow,
presets.
you guys
I know.
have a lot of-
This is not bad. This is just the face
I
too.
like
This is
that.
not bad at
I don't
all,
think my
boys.
face is that skinny.
Gals.
I think we'll go with that. I think we'll go that route.
This is
and down here is this.
There's the
Your
glasses.
glasses
This
there.
glass-
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, so we started.
There's
we
the
can-
Harry
we can go
Potter
Harry
glasses,
if we want.
obviously.
Off the jump.
you have to have them in the game.
Man. And this is just some of the options, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so through the course of the
moving
game, there's a lot of different
Unlocks?
options that you'll keep unlocking.
Okay.
So as
There
part
we
of your
go.
gear for the
There we
character,
go.
There's lots of different classes. There's even masks. There's all kinds of
This
things.
is
over the course
I'm
of the
pumped
game.
for
Like
this.
all Victorian era, though.
Yeah.
Why are you so far behind, Mario? I don't know,
That's a
dude.
good call.
That's
Oh
on
my
you,
gosh.
man.
All right, so now, we can go fleek on this one with the hair.
Do they have facial hair?
I spend
That's
a
what
lot of
I'm
time
really
here just,
concerned about
like,
at this
dreaming
point.
About my different characters.
That looked like
Oh my
Michael
gosh,
Jackson
the
for a second.
pony- the thing I'm
just saying.
always amazed by whenever I see any aspect.
This looks
of
really
Hogwarts
good.
Legacy
That I mean, I know it
is
sounds weird to
just
say, but the hair
the
looks really good.
texture. And like you even
Look at that.
adding the bounce with the hair moving around. Yo, that kind of looks like Hermione a little bit. I'm not even gonna just like Fred. I'm not Fred. And
This
we
is-
can
this
just
looks
go, can I go, like,
really-
purple or green.
Really good.
Oh. Yo, this is so cool. Oh, I like that.
There's a lot of
Cute.
presets. I wonder if you can unlock more hairstyles throughout the game, like you can glasses.
little
You know?
behind the scenes, I used to have this type of hair like way back, but
was it purple?
I wanted silver tips, so that was the closest I got to any color. But oh my gosh, this is so cool. So you literally can bring
Wow.
yourself. Like,
Yeah, there's
a myriad of textures and different hairstyles here. All right, so now
This is
we
just
can over
for
here to,
the
play
face
around
and the
with
hair.
some of the
These are more subtle options. We've
Okay.
got freckles, moles, different
Of course
things like,
they
when
do.
it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes, maybe like some shading on the cheeks.
Oh,
So far,
man.
very good
Yes,
character
literally
creator.
with this.
I do have a bit of fun with that.
I mean, look
And then
how
scars
subtle those are.
They're one of those options where, Harry had his own unique scar,
Yeah.
but you can come in with different
Yours.
scar options.
Yeah.
I don't see. I wonder if you can unlock Harry's scar or whatever.
wow. Look at
I wonder if that's like
that.
a
even
difficult
see
unlock to get.
Oh, those are my favorite. The eyebrow scars.
Yeah.
Love those.
Yeah. You look kind
It's
of
a
like
classic.
Yeah, you look kind of just like tough.
Character
Now we're
customization
over
is not
here.
as in depth as Elden Ring,
This
but I like this one because the
Guys,
presets
this
don't
is
make the
so
customization
sick.
too complicated, and you don't end up spending
Again,
an
getting
hour
more
on this.
subtle
Yeah,
here, you know, really,
I agree
like,
100%.
dialing in
It
that
is
face.
a little bit of a
Really
like it's a little in depth, but it's not overwhelmingly
I don't
in
know
depth
how,
where
my
you're
face was,
like
we
what
did
was
that.
that
Yeah, I kind of have a big face. Yeah, my eyebrows kind of.
that game by Project CD Red.
But I mean,
Cyberpunk,
literally, you
like that
have
character
so
creator, you
many
could sit in
options
that
just starting the
forever.
game. I feel like I'm going to be here like forever.
Yuumi Bolt.
So he just said that,
final
but
tab
like,
here, this is where you kind of bring your whole character together. You know, this is where you finalize everything.
yeah, so
You're not choosing
everything's
your
in the
costume.
face.
Okay.
That's not yet.
That was
I didn't see
a
any
theory.
facial hair option. We're in trouble.
But you know, here's where you bring you
We
choose
are
voice
in
one or
trouble.
Voice two, which is more kind of a masculine or a feminine voice, and then even within that, changing your pitch,
Oh, with
the pitch slider.
Let's see
It's
a little
subtle
pitch
slider,
too.
but
There you go.
You can hear it,
Concerned about.
That was quite something.
and so you can kind of make out the differences. But yeah, you choose which kind of voice that you
Very well
want.
be able to help.
You'll be selecting your difficulty here. For today, we'll just go normal because
Okay.
Andrew's going to be taking us through some of the
Go hard or
experiences
go
of
home,
combat
dude.
later.
What are we
can talk a
doing?
little more about difficulty, yeah, with combat and how that plays in.
That is
But
a
I
big
think
question.
the important thing here is like if for people who aren't gamers, especially,
Right.
story mode is a way to get into this without being worried about like, oh, do I need to be good at games? Like, no.
All
just
you
enjoy
plebs
the
out there,
game.
this is
Now
that
we're
one's
gonna
for you.
start, though, and then go. We're good. We're good. Awesome.
And then whether you want to be witch or wizard.
Amazing.
What do you think, character creator? We're good.
I'm good.
What do you guys rate the character creator?
Let's get into some
I'd give it
Through the magic of using
A
using the dev
strong
kit,
B
we're gonna be
plus.
loading up
A strong B
save a little
plus.
later in.
It's
so that we
simple.
can show
You only
more
really
about
mess with your
Hogwarts and give you
face.
that taste of combat.
You are
All
a
right,
kid,
Andrew's
so I
got
shouldn't
some
expect
gameplay pulled up for us
facial hair,
here. We
but
are starting out, James. There you are. You're wearing the House
7.5 out of 19. That's a very specific score. Okay.
This is our first look at the Hufflepuff common room, I'm assuming. I mean, dorm room.
7.5 out of 19. What's that even mean?
What are we seeing right here with the UI? Because this is our first look.
Yeah. So right now, we know there's been a lot of questions.
Oh, I'm
about,
in their way. Hold on.
About the HUD because this is the first time we're showing it. So kind of going over it from
Nope,
right to left.
hold
On the bottom right is what we call our spell diamond. So those are, everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over 20 slottable spells that you can
There we
earn
go.
over
Get
the
out of
course
their
of the
way.
game.
Okay.
And that's where the player can place them and use them and access them very quickly.
You say 12 slottable spells?
To the top left of that is, you'll see the D-pad, and on the left is an eyeball, and on the right is a bit of a grid.
Lynn gives it a strong
the
47 out
eyeball
of
is an
69.
example of one of, not a slottable spell, but what we call an essential spell. There's
You guys
some
are killing
spells that are
me.
used in very specific contexts, or that we just want on the controller at all times. And Revelo is one of those. That's left on the D-pad. On the right on the D-pad is that grid represents where you might slot spells. And so right now, today, we're not going to be going into the spell slotting menu because
Who's
we feel like there's a lot
playing?
of spoilers there. You know, like what are all the spells and what can we do?
The guy in the chair.
I
I
understand.
But we do want to make sure there's still some goodies left to share with everyone. And then on the left side, that thing that
This
has
looks
the L1
really-
button next to it, that's another thing
really
where
cool.
we don't want to spoil. But basically,
Really
that's where
clean.
you access your
Randy
tool wheel.
gives
So there's
it
a lot of
a
magical
very
tools that
strong
you're gonna be,
1890 out of
kind of
2050.
doing and growing
You
over
can
the
eat
course
the
of game.
apples. There you go.
So that's where you would access them rapidly.
There's
is our
Hedwig's
tool wheel.
Okay.
Great, great,
There are a few
great,
things that I
great,
left off the
great
table on the
mother.
right, the green bar is your
Your
health,
grandmother,
and basically
whatever you wanna
there's
call
a
it.
potion next to it. That's how you might heal. The bar above it, we're keeping a secret for now. I apologize. And all the way on the left is our mini map with a kind of overhead view of where you are currently in your common room that updates as you travel through
The bar above
Hogwarts
it.
and
Hold on, what do you
beyond
say
out into
there?
the world. And for those
Uh-oh.
updates as you travel through Hogwarts and beyond out into the world where you are. And all the way on the left, bar above it, we're keeping a secret. There's your health, and basically there's a potion next to it. That's how you might heal. The bar above it, we're keeping a secret for now.
What's the bar above it? Anybody that knows, don't say it, but that's got to be magic, right? If that's your health, that's got to be like your, I don't know, magic reserves. I don't know what they were going to call it in this game.
And
That has
all the
to
way
be.
on the left is
How's
our
everybody
map
doing? I
with
appreciate you guys
kind of
checking in.
overhead view of where you are currently. in your common
Watching
room that
this
updates
with
as you
us. I'm
travel
excited
through,
as
Hogwarts
hell
and
for this
beyond
game. I
out
think
into
we
the
got
world.
3 weeks
And for
left.
Those fans out there that
Sticky, you
aren't
have to say sorry
big
whenever you're
fans
not
but
here,
they know they
dude.
exist. There's
You're
also
good. I get
options
it. You have a
to move the
life.
map
Oh,
and
cool.
Ain't no
honor
thing,
off
buddy.
different elements
Congrats on
of
100
our
hours.
power
I appreciate
Really
you.
immerse yourself.
Yeah,
And we'll go more into the spells as we get into combat, but that's
You'll really
what
like
you're
the
seeing
second
there. And
gameplay
this is,
showcase
Also,
that they
Andrew's
released.
giving
Yeah,
us
yeah, we
a
got
good
that one
look
coming up
over
after
here.
this.
I want to call out.
We're gonna blow through all of
I'm a
them.
big fan of the bedside tables in the dormitories.
I'm pumped.
Very nice
Are those
bedside tables.
Jolly Ranchers?
Nice bedside tables.
Yeah,
The honey-colored wood was mentioned in the writing. It's part of lore.
it's part of lore. There we go. All right.
So now we're walking out.
We heard her speak for the first time.
We really tried making these low-ceilinged dorms to give you that Badger set
Yeah.
sort of feel.
And the first thing I know is
I like that,
music.
actually.
The score is amazing with this.
Gorgeous.
And I'm
Wow.
calling out here. This is unique music that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room.
Wow.
Go back to those Common Room videos we released. You'll notice the music's a little bit different, and that is entirely intentional.
We haven't checked out any of those common room videos.
We just
If you guys
wanna
want us to,
welcome
we can do
you
those
your
too.
Common room in every single house, just a little bit differently. We can customize
Wow.
that
The
experience.
artwork on
Oh
this
my
is
gosh, it's so
gorgeous.
look at that.
So I mean, beautiful design. We could spend like the entire rest of the stream just in the Common Room here and talking about it, and I'm sure Boston and James could be like,
Wow,
just
that is
geeking out over it.
incredible.
All the details come from J.K. Rowling's writing.
Combo
for this
meter.
common room. The round doors, the
That makes sense as
hanging
well.
signs, even the dancing badgers on the
It's
fireplace.
got a real earthy
I get
vibe.
you sticking.
Very, very earthy.
Which is like elements for each of the houses.
I understand
right?
that, buddy.
Hufflepuff is earth, Ravenclaw's air, Gryffindor is fire, and Slytherin is water. We
Wow.
really leaned into that for each common room.
Wow.
So if it feels earthy, we've got a little earthen passageway. That's what we were.
Okay.
Hopefully, it should feel very familiar.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But I know you don't want to leave, but we're gonna be leaving.
Thank you. I understand. Whoa, the sound effects though. Like, looking back at the past trailers, it was just
That's
music,
cool.
but kind of hearing how Hogwarts is now. It's so cool.
Pretty tactile.
Yeah.
We have 15 viewers? Holy crap. Welcome, guys. I appreciate you guys checking out the channel. Appreciate you popping in and looking at Hogwarts with us. I'm sorry if you got clickbaited thinking I was playing it.
These are
Simply
something
reacting.
that we kind of interchangeably called Revelo pages or lore pages. And you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
You see that we got some
XP.
XP for it. And you can also see that we've advanced something called like a field guide challenge up in the corner. So I want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about field
So
guides.
We had to ask ourselves, what? Huh?
Continue, I'm sorry. Continue.
There may be something you may or may not be able to tickle there.
Yeah.
But in our game, we had to answer the question, you know, we're a late fifth year. What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other students?
Okay, okay.
And so
That's a
we
that's
have
a
an
good
answer to that
question.
And
Why are
it's
we a
given
late
to you
fifth or
by
fifth year
staff.
though?
So there's something that we call the Wizard's Field Guide that's granted to you early on in the game. And the Wizard's Field Guide is how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here.
Were we in a coma or
push
something?
forward a little bit. You can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's Field.
Your level, your map, quest, owl post. I like that. Settings, collections, challenges, talents. Progress through the main story to unlock inventory and gear.
Guide, and you can see your house kind of
Right,
crest
in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay,
right? And you
okay.
can
Shout out,
see that on your
Sticky.
level as well. So that the field guide has this magical property of looking out into the world around you. And the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors have granted it to you as a late fifth year student is
Like what? There's some story that happened here. The fact that like, yeah, is
because they want
We're a
it to
fifth- like,
help
what
you
happened?
catch up to the other kids.
why is it
Magical
not
property
February
is to
yet?
discover
It's not even.
different
I mean, what are we
opportunities to learn
doing?
and grow all around you. So the way it works is, as you discover gameplay in the game, it actually recognizes that as a challenge.
As a matter of
which is kind
fact, Saeed,
locked in there.
Okay.
And Andrew, if you go
I
in
will
there,
be doing
you'll
that
see different types
ASAP
of
Rocky to make sure I do
challenges
get that.
are
I'll look into that. I did not know that was a thing. I haven't looked into buying it yet. I was going to do that literally after this stream.
100%.
See
That one
if there
field
were
guide
any
page.
bonuses. The 72-hour early access, yes, I will be doing that.
Kind of fills out into the school and spills out into the
100%.
Kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that you're
That is
actually going
so
to
cool.
interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells. And so that thing that we just saw is not just a field guide challenge and a way to earn
Yeah.
XP. It's also something that that players can use to learn about the school as they're traveling around. They spot these little secret facts and they can kind of play a little bit of a game discovering all of them. And there are over 100 field guide pages just in Hogwarts alone. So,
Oh my goodness, so many collectibles. I am pumped.
All the
match the tower.
portraits.
Yeah.
And I did notice the flue flames.
Flue
just
flames?
ignite right there, which was so cool.
Is that your fast travel as Flue Flames?
man.
Because
Fast
that's
travel points there. House hourglasses. We have
that's how you do fast travel.
How much fun was it designing those and putting all
Oh, they're
those in
gorgeous,
there?
but
But
that they're there just like in the books.
Yes.
Right
It's
next
a
to
nod
the
to
Great
lore.
Hall.
it's a nod to
Yeah.
lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system in the game.
we
It is
didn't turn it
narratively.
into like a gameplay system, but it's definitely present throughout our narrative. And there are lots of choices where we want to nod to things that aren't
Okay,
go-
so it
aren't
doesn't really
necessarily
matter.
systems, but,
Yeah.
but we nod to them as part of the narrative.
Over to the right
Part of
there.
it.
And
Those are
always
just
using
there for
the
for
Great
view, and you'll
Hall.
mess
Yeah,
with it
those
during
doors.
the
Again, we're not going there.
story a
He's
little
just
bit, but
kinda
that's
like,
about it.
No.
Cool, cool.
Okay, that looks a lot like Dumbledore. Let's be
Here's
honest
another
here.
collectible page. You know, just again showing you like just these things around
Oh.
Hogwarts that you can do and pick up and.
Shot
Oh,
straight from the trailer too. Just that part right there. I recognize
We
that.
might be giving you a little fan service here with callbacks to those. So
And this must be summertime because I noticed these are the summertime windows. These windows will change with the seasons.
Yeah, the detail they put into this is kind of it.
oh, so
I
the
get surprised by it
windows
all the time.
will change
I didn't even know that was a
Sentient magic
thing.
with
castle.
the
Oh, man.
changes of the weather. I feel like that's generally how windows. I could be wrong,
Look at
but
that.
This is where the students would normally kind of congregate, just to kind of chill out, play, meet each other outside the Great Hall before and after meals.
this looks just so good.
And I love the way that when the castle interconnects to that it interconnects outside inside.
They need to come out with,
there are
like,
pathways on both sides of things, so you really get
A
sense of
Triwizard
scope
Tournament
to how
DLC
big
or
the
something.
castle
And when
is.
you see things like you'll notice a bridge over
That
there.
would
That's a place
be-
you can go to and cross. Like
Yeah.
everything that you see is a place that you can visit.
Wow.
We tried
So good.
We put a lot of effort in making it feel really alive, not just with student population, but even just
What's
the
over
room
there?
and stuff. It's
Is that Hogsmeade?
Yeah.
And this castle's been here for hundreds of years, so it just kind of the moss and all the trees that have overgrown it, and
It's got to be right in the
that
background out
landscape,
there.
That's
This
Scottish.
location might look a little familiar to you.
I thought I recognized it. I believe this is from the Spring ASMR, and yes, so that puzzle right there, that view, Andrew is taking us right back to
I am
that.
going to tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle and to keep moving on. We can't spoil everything. We can't give you everything, right?
Hogwarts contains a lot of secrets.
So we need to go. We need to look at that some other time and see if there's anything
But this
there.
is,
They almost gave
this-
away
this
over there.
Grand entryway right here, coming down into a really kind of central area.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the.
I don't know about you guys,
greenhouse
but I
outside,
absolutely
and
love
we'll
a
go this way
grand
down there
entryway.
on the right.
Nothing
This
gets
is a
me
big
going more
hub
than a
of the
grand
school.
entryway. I'm
It's a
telling
big
you.
castle, but it is designed so you should.
Give me an entryway bigger than my actual house.
I love that. I love
Each
that.
direction, it's green over there, so the greenhouse is
Add
over
Quidditch
there.
as well, yeah.
Transfiguration courtyard, the library.
Both of those would do very well.
The hub
Oh my
of
god.
a lot of the castle.
Even the color visually, you can just tell, okay, green.
Oh, green,
I don't know if they're
red.
necessarily
Oh my
I
god.
shouldn't
giving
allow
up
little
on Halo,
touches,
but they're
it'll
definitely-
help you really learn the castle and feel like you know your way.
They're not in a
around.
better position than they were a year
That's
ago
not to say
sticking.
that it's easy
Like
to
they're,
learn. All
you
of
know,
us here still get pretty lost.
I don't
in
know
it.
if Halo
It is-
Infinite is going to
Yeah.
climb out of the gutter. I think
Wait.
it should be. You guys, you should. Halo fans, we all should be kind of looking at towards the new Halo coming out one day. Now play this for what it is, and it might get a little updates here and there, but I don't think it's going to ever really become relevant again, unless certain
Another location where
Affinity
the students will
does
gather,
something amazing with the BR.
and just kind of chill out.
And an
uh,
opportunity to talk to somebody, get a
Yeah.
quest giver here.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
So those kind of
I
side
hope
quests are
you
really
Okay,
it's a
quest
cool
started.
way to
Okay, that's fun.
interact with your fellow students.
I just wanted to
with
see what that actually sounded. You know, how the
teachers,
interactions
various
were. If they were, you know,
things like
if it was
that, as
super
well as
delayed.
choose some more of the secrets of Hogwarts.
I wish he
think.
would
There's
have selected
some
more
little-
dialogue or something, you know,
Yeah,
gave
so
us some more
the students
looks
are a way
into
to
it.
kind of, like,
But
flesh out the
what's going on,
school
Randy?
opportunities
Oh, wait,
around
hold on.
What we can
Rip
do.
my
And those
$167 I spent on
different
Halo Infinite. Oh
interactions
my
with different
god.
characters,
I
can
hope
also
they have
offer different
subtitles,
choice
of
points to the
course.
player. And then some of those things can
Subtitles?
affect things game wide. Some of these
For
affect
this?
characters' lives, the ending of the game.
And sometimes it's just about you being a little bit of a
Sometimes
nice
just about
guy
the
or just
mission.
being a jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So the scale really varies, but those opportunities exist for the player.
Wow, look at this.
This is the Dada Defense Against the Dark Arts
Power.
Tower, which this is one of my favorite locations.
They probably got me
in-
for like $30 for the
in
game,
the
probably
castle. Just
total.
visually, you come in here and just the richness
It
of
is
this area.
very iconic, very unique.
The
to
artwork for everywhere
Anywhere
is
else in
just
the castle.
astonishing,
Somebody else that we
honestly.
can talk to, notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like
She was a first year, yeah. What are we talking
11-year-old.
about?
Are you
Sassy
alright?
as fuck.
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
That's depressing.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is
Duck
full
Clay,
of bullies and
can't wait for this game. Yeah,
spoilsports.
me either. I
Lorna
am.
Pruitt's one of the worst.
I haven't watched
That's
these
no
gameplays
telling
yet,
Moon Mind.
so this is
I
just
wanted
me
to make some
getting
new
myself
friends,
overly
so I
hyped
brought my
way too early
collection down
for
to
it.
the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Ugh. Ugh. Get out of here. So
I
those
haven't
sound
much
awful.
interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel.
Yeah, those live service
Just
games will
because
get you,
they're
boys.
sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
I'd have done the same.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet.
I would have done the
I need
same.
someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
I get you, Randy.
I'll see what I can do.
We were
I'd
all hopeful
appreciate
for a
the
long
help.
time with that game.
If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone.
Sounds like there's gonna be
by myself
plenty
in
of
no
side
time.
quests to keep us busy.
I
Plenty
love
of
that interaction with her because There's
unlocks.
so many ways that you can go with that. You can you can feel for her. You can be a jerk to her. You can be like, Gobstone sounds awful. It sounds like you're just mean.
Yeah, and your opportunities to be.
I don't like those eyeballs just staring at you in the
That's a good
corner.
example of,
That's not okay.
Gobstones.
That's not okay.
too.
Like, those
I know
aren't
people are
okay.
gonna ask,
That's
Gobstones,
weird.
Gobstones playable? They
We don't like. I don't like that.
So yeah,
A lot of
Gobstones is one of
achievements.
the things that is not
A lot of
playable in
hunting.
the game. I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few things. Honestly, it's both it's an amazing thing on the franchise how many things about this like speak to us as fans and that we want to turn into gameplay. And there were calls that we had to make over the course of production of kind of like which things we
Like
will and
the-
won't include
the-
in buckets,
the points?
for the overall health of
Wizard's
the
chest.
franchise.
Like the house
Yeah.
points, that's kind of a miss them not having that.
They're
Honestly,
featured
that'd be a
within the
fun little
world.
thing to have. Like if you're sneaking around at night, you had to
Every
not
single
get
time
caught or
there's
you'd
something
lose
we
points, and maybe at the end of the
credit
year
because
it'd be
we
some
couldn't
cool
include it. We
unlock.
also tried
Like
to
every
figure out a way to
season,
make
the
sure
house
it's
points would
included
have
in
some
narrative,
cool
included in
unlock that
stories.
you know what I mean?
Make sure that there's a way to kind of like acknowledge it, touch it, and make it feel like it's definitely part of the world.
And I know here too.
For every year, not season. Sorry.
I was like, we're in the Fist Against the Dark Arts class. I recognize that staircase.
Hell yeah,
to the
Saeed.
left where we were just
Am I saying
at
that
as we
right?
was
I hope I
walking
am.
by. I also recognize the dragon at the very top. Oh my gosh.
Being in a classroom, I think this is
Just
a good
a human
opportunity to
skeleton,
talk
just don't worry about
How
that.
classes work, because we've gotten a lot of questions about
This
that.
is-
it a schedule-based system? Is it to tell us how classes work?
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this
Yeah.
time of day? and
There
that kind
is
of
a
thing.
day-night cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing through the game, and classes fit within that structure. So there are main between as you're progressing, like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing through the game, and classes fit within that structure. So there are mainline things that the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells.
So there's gonna
It's
be. It sounds like there's gonna be
absolutely true that
different.
Classes provide all of your major
kind
tools
of-
throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors.
It doesn't.
Each one of them has
It
these
doesn't
bespoke,
sound like you'll be able
kind
to
of
do them all in the
events,
same
yeah.
place. Like you're gonna have to
and
be
then there are
picky
also
at
additional
times.
opportunities
It
outside
sounds
of
like,
that through
and
kind
it
of
sounds like the
side
replayability of
classroom
it is there a little
where
bit
you can
because if you
learn
choose a
additional
separate
spells
path,
or
it
things
sounds
that
like
you
it'll
need
be
in
a
your
different
adventure, and also get to know the
narrative,
professors.
if you will, because if
And I
there's
just
different
wanna call
quests
out
for
something
each
that Andrew's
class
been kind of showing off,
pushing the
ways
same
to kind
narrative
of
in a
interact
way,
with
then
the
you're obviously gonna have a
environment and
variation of
engage with the world, and
with
maybe
each pick,
down
so-
there sipping some tea with the
Victorian high.
That's
you know,
cool.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
society.
High society.
And
That
so
way
I'll
you
be like
can't
this
just
very-
make 100 or the
like
full
the pure
complete
blood
character. You know what I mean?
Oh, come
Make a couple
on.
different ones. Play the game a bunch.
Well, like speaking of lived in, like the sound effects again. the
Nice,
chatter
crushed
of
it.
The communication
What's going on, Cloud? How you doing, boss? Good morning.
Footsteps,
Good
like,
afternoon.
It just makes it
It's
feel more
morning for you
alive.
still. It's still
Events
yeah,
like
9:42.
Brooms going
I
by
just saw a broom go
overhead.
by. Love that.
Yeah, I think we were up to
Data
16
Tower
at one
was
point or
one
something like that,
example,
Cloud. Bunch of
no
people
two
hanging out
colors
with
look
us,
the same
watching
in
this with
Hogwarts.
us.
it has a lot of personality. Every hallway.
You haven't
should be a little bit
missed too
different, and
much.
that's mostly
Excuse
to help
me.
orient the player.
Right.
Help you not get lost. But this is Hesperus Hall. That's a little nod from the Marauders, a name that came from the Marauders map. But every hallway will have a little bit of a different personality
And what?
Personality. I like that because
Yeah,
it
a
gives
lot of
it does like
character.
Hogwarts has character.
have a little bit of a different personality and.
Personality.
And-
I like that.
and-
It gives
Yeah.
it does like Hogwarts has character. Hogwarts.
I
is
do that.
its
I'm
own
sure I do that
character, no matter
same
where you
damn
go.
thing.
Feels just a little
Oh
bit different.
man.
Sentient castle full of magic for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's going to kind of
And
grow
full
and
of-
grow.
If you guys want to
I
gamble
heard
on the
something.
free
Yeah.
3 pieces like Cloud is and other people have, I think, you guys can subscribe. You get 1,000 for free,
My future poltergeist too.
and you start
We
climbing.
talked about building on lore too. I know there's that statue over to the
Oh,
side.
yeah?
That's
Do you know who that is?
Lachlan the Lanky.
Yeah.
And he's
Loch-
got his bow
Lachlan the
friend.
Lanky.
And I think if players don't know, there's another
Well,
Revelio
sorry.
page there.
Yeah, there's a
What is that map?
map of Argyllshire. We know the fat lady hides
It
there.
hides behind it. That's right.
The
That's
third
why I
book.
recognize the map.
But sometimes
Where the fat lady
a
hides
hallway has
behind.
personality by how it looks. Or we just passed a music hallway where the portraits have kind of taken it over, and so the sound makes it really.
Screenshot IG. What?
All right, I got to call this out here. I know there's been some criticism in the past that our trailers and our gameplay and what we've shown so far has not had enough owls. Okay, so here we are at the
Ooh.
Owlery. We're looking directly at the Owlery to show you all.
Owls
of
live
the
in a better,
owls.
in a nicer house than I
There's a
do.
lot of
Shit.
owls at the Owlery.
I
All
love the
the
fog
owls.
rolling down that.
Great callback. Great call.
I know. I was gonna start even earlier. The stream's gonna be early, probably going forward.
On the outside of the school is that all those things that I see are places that I can go to.
So we can get plenty of work
I just
in the
love
afternoon and stuff like
Actually
that.
knowing that is
cool.
real.
This isn't a job yet, boys.
We're
Unfortunately.
kind of closing out our mini tour of Hogwarts, and again, it was but a fraction of this enormous castle.
But it'll
Closing
allow
out
us to
here in the
stream
Clock Tower. So
most
another
days, if
recognizable
not
location,
every day.
But this is where Crossed Wands, which
Graphics
is
looks
the
great.
secret,
This
not
is
so
4K
secret
as
dueling
well.
Club is that the students have put together.
But no,
Professors
the
definitely
artwork
know
in this
about it,
game,
but they
Cloud,
think
is
they're being clever. And it's run by
incredible,
this,
honestly.
Battleby here.
Who's in a younger year, but we kind of like that that he's running things.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
Younger, but running the training dummy, I like it.
All your spells before the
Positional
death.
authority.
If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them.
Yeah, it's Harry
It's
Potter.
a really
Like,
good opportunity
like
to
Hogwarts,
now
you know what I
jump
mean?
into
Like,
combat, because really in the
you're
game, this
making
is
your
gonna
own
be,
Harry Potter,
the
essentially.
first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new
I have
way.
no
But for
idea
me
what this
personally,
game
is where the
isn't.
really starts to open up to the
I liked your first one more.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy.
You're
and this is
essentially
kind
a
of
witch or a
activity where
wizard
you're
going
supposed to
through
execute according to
Hogwarts,
kind of the iconography on the top.
just
Now,
like
what
when
see
we
on the top
watched
is
Harry
the
Potter
active
do it
spell, followed by
100 years
4
later.
what we just kind of
Or however long it is.
basic shots.
This is
there's
set in
certain spells that the
1890.
wizards kind of like
Ooh.
use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now. And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller.
That's
So
just
you
your
can see in the
general
corner
attack,
R2.
right?
So if you tap R2, that
Open
throws out a
world,
basic
yes.
shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands. And if we let go, you see how it contracts. And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your
60
face button.
frames you play on
Awesome.
And
performance
not only
mode.
that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones. So
Yeah, I
that
appreciate
you can
everybody
slot up to
being here.
16
This is very
spells,
nice.
pretty
I didn't
much
know if this,
instantly. And
you know,
then that
different
helps
stream for us would do
fulfill
well.
the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things
Look at us
very
now.
rapidly.
Yeah.
And so you learn over the course of these
This is a video
events,
game.
You know how to juggle
Good
not
job,
just
Rouge.
spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting spells, just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over.
I like
You
the
can see
chain
cooldowns on the
attacks a
spells that
lot.
he's using,
Put 'em in the
on
air,
wheel.
mess
And then
'em
as
up.
you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things, like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like.
So we need to
juggle
get
and
that
adjust
cooldown
and
to
upgrade
0.
things. And
the
so if you hold
leaf
down
triangle.
R2
We need to
and
get
you tap
triangle.
the D-pad, it will switch between your other diamonds if you've unlocked them.
We need to double the
And
cooldown
that's
for
how you
that.
access
Get
all
that
Oh man.
and just keep them in the
Ready to
air.
See some action over here.
Yeah. So this is a great way to kind of learn how to pull things together,
So you
pull those
Leviosa
combos
right
together.
Here.
Oh, pulls them forward. See, there you go. And then at the end of that, see, almost off a cooldown.
Dummy, but I mean,
What does square do?
I'd say that's enough practice.
I'm not done yet.
Thank you, Lucan.
Keep it in the air.
It's better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
I think now we can take on something a little
Chat
more
is going
challenging.
over
It's
your
gonna shoot
face.
back.
What?
Now let's talk about
What?
some more features of the combat system.
Hello,
Oh.
Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands?
Oh, that's right. I moved my
Yes,
camera
it
down.
is. I've got a great
Hold on.
match lined up. Ready for another round?
We're on a PS5 dev kit here, so
That's
we're gonna
right.
be able to kind of pause
We moved it for the
pause
thing.
action
Yeah.
and talk about what you're seeing on the screen because there is about to be a
I'm
lot
getting there.
going
I'm getting
on.
there. I'm getting there.
All right, here you can select if you want to fight with
Boom.
somebody else, some of
One
your
of the other
classmates.
students.
Done and
In
done.
this case, we're not. We want that action to feel a little more frantic towards you to really get you that sense of combat.
So apparently you've got quite the reputation because they've got you up against three people.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Off the jump.
You never seen a Harry Potter
So
movie? They're
I can-
good, dude.
I can explain
I
this,
enjoy them.
just
Very good
'cause I know
movies.
People are going to go into it, but we can probably just kind of jump in.
Well, the whole point was to get
you're
it
not the
out
only
of
one that
get
has
me
to
out of
take
their
on the
way.
ability to deflect
Oh, the
enemies
other ones.
too.
Streamlabs is
And
actually
play with
okay.
that
See,
when it comes
that
to
chat up
spell
there
cards.
was a
So you notice
test.
that there are different
That
colors
chat
of
works.
shields of the
That
different
test
characters.
working.
And
That's
you
gonna
also
lead to
notice
good
that
things
spells
later
have
on,
different
boys.
colors on
Just to
them.
let you know.
So to help players understand,
That was
kind
a
of
good
like the
test we
function of
just
the
saw.
spells, we're trying to put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are
Fuck the students
freaking
up,
the other
dude.
one, all this, control spells. And so those things for the player, they wind up also being a color indicator.
I don't think you
for
need to
which-
have played or
which
watched the
actual
movies
spell
to
use break
play the
the different
games.
shields that enemies can use.
That's
That way it rewards kind of like that close
Right,
attention that you're paying
And we've-
on things.
We've got this paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements.
Oh,
on
the combo
screen,
meter
halo
that Saeed
around
was
the
talking about
avatar's
above your
head,
health.
Each of the different shields to kind of give us a breakdown of what's
Give us
going
a breakdown
on.
of different things that you're saying. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have.
I'm assuming that's obviously like that. That's obviously like that. So is that? Do you have to counter it or do you have to attack them with that color? Let's
Targeted
find
and
out.
their level and health, and so as you target different
Hey, no
characters.
shit,
you'll be able to get
Rouge.
that
I agree
breakdown.
100%, dude.
The halo over your head.
As an
whenever
adult, I
enemy
wish
is
I could just
about
fly
to
away from
an
life for a
attack,
while.
It's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if you tap the triangle button by default, then that you will be able to deflect that attack that comes in. And,
That little halo in
And
his
I
face,
love
the
that
orange one.
deflect where it goes off and like hits things
Yeah.
up and kind of breaks things off walls too.
But also, if you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It
Counter.
also deflects and turns around with a counter attack, stupefy.
Hell
It
yeah!
actually stuns the enemy.
Stupefy!
And you can use that even in your combos and stuff. So if you're focused.
That's
on
what I'm talking about. You can't touch me. I'll just stupefy you.
and
Like, what are we
someone else
talking about
attacks you,
here?
You can actually turn that attack into a direct attack.
Like,
on the person
I
you're
think that we'll need
Back
to
into gameplay here,
to
and
make
gonna-
anybody that
pretty
that's heard
handy
of
to finish
Disturbed.
these
There's the
other
block.
students off here, win this
Look
duel.
how fast it is.
They have a song called Stupefy. If we could clip that out and just have you guys do a sound
Yeah, we really felt like the.
thing every time we
we
stupefy
really felt
somebody,
like
oh my
in the
goodness.
movies, there's almost like a.
That would be funny.
It's kind of like a. There's this element of kind of like fencing from a very great distance. And,
Great quote.
And there are a lot of things.
About
that
to
we
be
have
using
to
dark
do
magic? How
with
dare
our
you put that on me,
control
Ricky
system
Bobby?
in order
How
to
dare you put that on
capitalize
me?
That idea that's pretty unique to the Wizarding world.
Understandable.
Well, perhaps you should try
It
that
depends on
next
who
time.
you know what I mean,
The other
facing.
duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know
Shut
when we're
up.
ready. Hope to see you then. The
First,
next round is
second
for all
year,
the
third
gobstones,
year,
so
get
to
the
speak.
hell out of my face. Combo 5. You see that blue combo meter again.
That is
So
more or
what
less
happens
gonna
when
wrap
that
up
gets up a
for us
bar?
For now, for what we wanted to show you, character creator, tour of Hogwarts.
Why are you doing
and,
this?
Just that little taste of combat. But we didn't want to leave you without, well, maybe a little taste of something.
Saeed, I'll just
that
cruise you on my way.
we may
Cruise
show in
you
the
on
future, may show
my
next
way
time.
to around the
You know, so
wizarding
leaving the
world.
castle,
I'm like
going
that.
out here.
Get him, Saeed. I can't promise I won't break into your game and stop you, you evil wizard, you know. I will not allow you to do this
There's
to
the
this
owlry
world,
again.
but
Yes, all of the owls.
at the same time, do your thing, dude.
But yeah, just heading out here again to show you like from Hogwarts to the world beyond Hogwarts. And
Here's your open world,
this is
Cloud.
not somewhere
Look
where
at that.
we're going today.
Look at
but,
that.
we will definitely be taking you in the future.
And you can just get on your broom and like I'm gonna fly away. Wow.
A little glimpse at the scale of the castle back there. All right, so we're gonna wrap things up here.
They really
but,
did well with the artwork. They
I hope
really
you
did
guys
well with the
enjoyed,
artwork.
Everything that you've seen, but I think, James, you may have a few other questions here at the end of things. So
Yes.
while we're done
Forza
with,
Horizon
what
5
we're
map
showing
size?
on the gameplay side,
That's not bad at
I know
all.
There's a few things that you want to pick, Alan. And
Red Dead 2 has an incredible world. I'll give you that. I did love the Red Dead 2 world.
Some of these questions
A lot.
we did pull from the community secretly, but I did pull from the community. So,
and also from, I mean, going through this, I
Based
feel like
off of-
you've come up with some things you want to talk a little more about. I'm sure.
elaborate on, because we went through character customization, Hogwarts itself, and even combat. So
Red Dead is
like,
just an
for the
incredible
both of you
world.
guys,
Incredible world.
Will we be able to go back?
Remember
and
that one
change our
time Baby Dre
character
tried
creation?
Forza Horizon 5 for like 2 hours and it didn't work? I remember
So
that.
not
I remember
everything,
that.
But there are certain
Hold on, what was
things,
that question? I missed it.
with
I was too busy
hairstyle.
concerned with you guys'
So
question.
not
We'll be able to go back and change our character creation if we don't like it.
everything, but there are certain things with hairstyle, hair color,
Glasses.
So kind of like core shapes, you know, like with the body and face, not after the fact.
Okay.
But there are lots of things. There's kind of like a barber shop in Hogsmeade that you can go to, and
Of course, there's
inside
a wizard
there,
barber,
you can
right?
customize, yeah.
You could change your hair color for
If the wizard barber doesn't cut my hand
Oh my
or cut my
God,
hair, cut
that
my
was
hand, cut my hair, like sitting
They
in
can
a
use a
chair
lot
10
of,
feet away with a wand,
appearance
then I don't want him.
customization.
You know what I mean?
So there's a ton.
I don't even want him to look at
Um,
me.
But that's in terms of like your character and stuff that you have, the character creator. It's like a smaller set of what you saw there.
Okay.
It is unmatched.
Gotcha.
Unmatched.
Next question. What kind of leisurely activity can we do? Can we study?
Who's
with our
asking
free
these questions,
time?
Hermione? What kind of leisurely activity can we do? Can we study with our free time? Who wants to log into a game and then be like, all right, hey babe, I'll be back in a couple hours. I gotta do some studying for my big fucking potions test coming up next episode. Like, what do we?
I mean, what will we do?
Can we study?
Because as you progress through the game, there's a bunch of different missions that open up. Most of them are driven by different characters'
Can we
personalities.
study?
You know, some of them want help getting up to hijinks, or they
Sorry,
want,
gotta go
some
to
of
the
them want to just
library.
explore secrets in the castle
Right,
because
right.
there are new secrets
Can
in our
we
castle
study?
to explore. And so, so I think there's a bunch of things to do. And when it comes to class, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just kind of like the mainline stuff. There are kind of like extracurricular assignments.
What's going
some
on,
of which
Danny?
are
How you doing?
optional, some of which are
Gotta pass
are kind of
herbology, study my ass off, hell
blockers
yeah.
for main mission. Kind of like you
Okay.
can't go on this mission
Right.
until you have the spell, and then the spell is open. You know
Right.
the assignment and how you complete it
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with your professor. And so there are
I
opportunities.
can tell you right now, you're not gonna have to sit down and study a damn book for over, I don't know, 30 seconds to learn any spell. Like, there's not gonna be sit down, hey, read chapters 1 through 4, and then you'll learn how to pick up a plant from 5 feet away. That's not. Whoever
to,
put that question in, I
study, so to
just,
speak,
my
like that.
goodness.
Right.
But they do all take the form of our mission structure.
Study.
mentioned earlier.
That question triggered me.
Let's get into some combat right quick. Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal?
That's good. Can you upgrade spells?
Spells have different levels, or are they all equal? I'm trying to think of how to describe that. So each spell has kind of like its own core identity and what it does in the game, with regards to both kind of like puzzling, world exploration, and enemy combat and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then it's through the talent system.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
When you go into that, it's kind of like each of those spells has ways to kind of like advance and grow and change.
Okay.
And as you spend talents, in some cases,
Okay.
it even changes like the way you approach the battlefield.
Imagine
and
they
things
actually
like
do that.
So,
Yeah, I know that
I'd
would
say
be.
that's no more true.
I don't know
than
what kind of
with
clickbait we're
Dark
going to
Arts,
be
for
able to
example.
get for that
And
kind
as you
of
go down
live
that
session.
line, and you
Hey,
kind of
tune in
play around
live
with
as we
those
go,
talents, it really does
go
start to
through
kind of, like,
chapters
affect
1 through
even how
4 and
you
figure out
approach
how
combat
to,
and how you think about the battlefield.
build the latest potion without getting
won't be
smacked in
touching
the
Dark
mouth by
Arts
the
stuff,
teacher.
but I know many of you guys will be.
Maybe on your second playthrough.
Yeah,
The
second
professor,
playthrough, yeah.
professor,
Hufflepuff
excuse me.
Coming, hashtag soon. I want to close off with this question, and this will be for everybody.
I saw study for
Um,
fun in the game. It's
with this
Hogwarts.
game
They'd
that you
love
guys
to
have been
study.
working
No,
on for
I don't
however
want to
long,
study.
And the excitement you guys have. What's one aspect of Hogwarts Legacy that you are excited for the fans to experience? Boston.
I think I'm just excited for the fans to play through the world, specifically the castle, and maybe go read those books again.
Oh,
I hope that
I
either
thought we were
whether
talking
you're
about
already
more
a
reading in the
fan
game. I was about to.
and you know, love this game, or this is your first introduction into the
Ooh,
world.
about to go Super Saiyan.
Point at
Oh
each other
man.
in the best way possible, and I'm just excited for fans to get to finally go to Hogwarts and feel like they can own it and live there. I've lived there for 5 years. It's a great place to live. Official 5th year.
It's really funny because I
All right, what's going on right here? Is this? Can I buy this? Oh, there's a cord plugging into it. We gotta find this and figure out how much this is. Like, this is a cord plug. Look at this. I don't know if you noticed this.
I want to give a different answer, and I will.
Yeah.
But I actually feel like the most honest answer is really similar. Because my favorite thing when running around, playing the game, and getting to know Hogwarts the way Boston knows it, because she knows the school and
It
the
looks like
lore
it's
better than I do,
floating.
thank God, right? Because you want the person architecting it to really know that.
Yeah.
But when I rewatch the films or I'm rereading passages from the books, there's a different relationship to
Education.
those things having played the game.
Right.
And so it's really looking over the edge and seeing location. I'm like, oh my God, I'm right there.
Danny,
And
what's
in
up? Me
movie
and the
saying,
bats,
I know
my
what's around that
bats
corner.
minions, my kids
Like,
just
if
got
you go
done
down
watching
this
all the
way,
movies together.
there's
Haven't
that
seen
thing
them
over
in
here,
years.
and there's this person
Now
over here,
they
and
think
this
they're
thing happens,
experts.
and-
You have no
and it
idea.
just
They gotta
adds all
watch like
this richness
30
to
times to
everything that you
become
already
anywhere
love.
And that's
close
how
to
they really add your
competent
own story.
experts.
Yeah.
So
If
you
you
know
will.
what
No
happens
offense
around
to your
that corner
kids.
because you
It's
did
just,
something.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
And then
they're stepping into a world they they're not ready for you. I don't know. You know,
I just love looking at the whole world and just being like,
these
okay,
three
I can just
people.
I can go there.
That
Like-
vantage point, yeah.
There's just something exhilarating about it
These
that feels very
are
different
experts.
in that kind of open air.
You can
and
tell
on that
just
thing.
looking at them.
It just,
These are
it's
Hogwarts
kind of
experts.
incredible.
You know it to be true.
And wrapping it up, for me, it's just bringing
This
the
guy's-
community together.
this
with
guy's
it
not.
and sharing
He's
those
new.
stories
He's a
because
first
it is
year.
your story, and you are going to be
No
writing,
clear ties to
this is
Hogwarts or the
your
game.
unique
Just looks like a
experience
basic
within
white
this,
boy like
and
myself.
Even within the things that are the same, it's going to be your unique experience. It's different
Yeah.
from mine. It's different
Yeah.
from. We're all approaching it from different places, and I think that's going to be
All
really
on
cool the way
Hermione
that everybody
Grangers.
brings those things together. All right, and that's everything that we have to show you today. I know maybe it wasn't everything you wanted to see, but it was a whole lot of stuff. Character creator, little mini
this
tour of
end
Hogwarts
here
there,
they
just
got
a small
going
part
on?
of it, a little bit of combat.
Most
and
replayed section is the
do
end
have
here.
some more stuff coming up for you in the future. Hogwarts Legacy releases on February 10th, 2023, and is available for pre-order now. But that's going to do it from us. We're going to leave you
February
with a little
10th.
something else. but for
Saeed
now,
says if I pre-order a deluxe, I get 3
bye.
days.
Bye.
3 days earlier. That puts us the 7th on a Tuesday. All right, now what is this? Is this all the clips they just showed us, but in a row? All right, initial thoughts. Seven damage. Get out of here. I want one of those so bad. All right, most people had to wait a month for the next one. We have to wait 2 seconds. And gameplay showcase number 2. Let's see. Skip to the next one. Okay, Saeed, my fault, dude. My bad. I'll catch up on chat while this loads in a little bit. Danny, they did a good job, but they did good, but exactly that. They've got lots to learn still. Gotta put the work academically with the wizarding skills. Care of magical creatures. Classes are underrated in game, I bet. Oh yeah, that would... If they have any kind of Hagrid shout out, that would be awesome as well. It's probably got some major advantages to get control over the magical beasts, hopefully. I know that you can use some plant. I've seen a couple clips of using plants as like stunts in combat and stuff like that, or like a turret and stuff. So I know you can do that, but I don't know about beasts.
Showcase. I'm Chandler Wood, community manager.
Best way to legally make kids fly? What?
To introduce you to our panel today.
2090 Dad, I learned today on how to make positions in Hogwarts in real life.
And from the Avalanche team, we have game director Alan Tu.
I wouldn't be surprised if video games eventually get to that point, boys.
Designer Mackenzie Toner.
Hi.
And finally, just off screen, capturing gameplay for us, Andrew Corum. Today we'll be giving you a taste of the open world via broom flight, a deeper look at combat using the dark arts battle.
They should be scaring this one? Oh, yes.
A look at your personalizable home within Hogwarts, the Room of Requirement.
Personalizable room?
And we're starting right where we left off in our last gameplay showcase, just outside Hogwarts. Which
we look completely
I
different. Okay, you can't.
You can walk out of the castle after walking through everything, and we're starting right where we left off in our last gameplay.
That's not where I mean, you obviously went and did something. Like, you look considerably different. I didn't realize that my camera was in the way. Hold on, let's get this out of the way for this one. Let's put this guy like up. Yeah. That should get out of the way of everything finally. Don't start enlighten me a minute 34 in.
Showcase just outside Hogwarts, which I love that you can walk out of the castle after walking through everything and then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world.
Get on your broom.
And Alan, I know that's something that you particularly like about Hogwarts Legacy.
Get on your broom.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of just being able to hop on the broom and go anywhere.
So if you start falling, can you call your broom before you hit the ground and fly away? You know what I mean?
I love the proximity that I can get to things. I love flying close to the ground, and I kind of wanted to talk about it just because I feel like the
can you crash?
Not just because of all those feelings of exhilaration.
Well, can you put the tip into the ground and just?
I have a broom and it's done. I actually kind of like some of the mechanics in it. So you see in the lower right, there's a meter there, and occasionally as Andrew's kind of
broom boost, obviously,
down, you might notice it draining or not. And this isn't the present day where all the broom technology is well known and advanced and everything that we know and love. This is an earlier time where they're still trying to figure out, we're not at the 3000 yet. We're at the 11. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm just so
we're at the 11.
This is just so
That's
beautiful.
Good.
The world just looks so. By the way, the broom, is that like
you can
only
Tony Hawk broom Tony Hawk broom tricks 1890 best tricks.
So we have a shop in Hogsmeade, actually a broom.
You can fall off
so
from the broom.
That
okay.
sells a variety of different brooms, and it was important to us that the player could customize themselves
all right, Rouge.
based on their own aesthetic. So they're
just calm down a little bit, buddy.
But if you talk to the shopkeep and help him out, he'll actually sell upgrades.
For your broom?
Those upgrades will make it so that where normally the broom, you can only fly, you can only go at max speed. It's kind of like a turbo meter down there. You can only go at max speed without the meter going down, kind of closer to the ground. And as you raise into the air, you'll notice the meter drop. And so those upgrades will allow you to increase that distance from the ground. And the broom owner at the sporting goods store in Hogsmeade is trying to perfect the broom and get better at it and know it better. And you can participate that and get better and better brooms through that.
Okay, so we'll be visiting him often.
That mechanic
can you pick these plants? Are we crafting as well?
Just a travel mechanic, point A to point B. You're not just flying high over everything, although it is beautiful, something I really love doing, but as well, there's lots to explore on the ground, and so kind of keeping you down at the ground level.
And to me, it feels like
once they get Quidditch in the game, I will be number one Quidditch player in the world, probably.
Right now, because I want to go to the mountaintop, I'm going to that forest, and to that hamlet, or
I like this guy's energy.
How it's called, I think that's what it is.
No, it's awesome. We're actually gonna land here, and I feel like I feel like that you call it a hamlet is just perfect, just because that's what we refer to it as. And so we all know from lore that Hogsmeade is the only
like that jacket a lot.
wizarding village within Britain. But we wanted other opportunities.
Like that kid look, you know what I mean? That student looks clean as fuck. Dapper Dan right there.
And so we just imagine these different dwellings.
This sounds like a lot to grind. Oh, for sure.
That wizards might live in.
I'm down for a good grindy game.
And
Hey, you
so
need to add
it's
some
those,
challenge to it. You come
so
full
we refer
circle.
to those as hamlets, and they're opportunities to learn those.
Oh,
wizard
Rouge and
stories,
getting
how
giving
those
away
different locations,
1.77 million three
relationships are with
pieces.
characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts, and so they're both quest opportunities out here and a chance to kind of get to know more of the area, even beyond Hogwarts and Hogsmeade that we've already experienced. And you'll also notice on the mini-map like lots of little icons, and each one of those represent gameplay in the hamlets that you can participate in. You know, whether it's a vendor or different puzzles and challenges.
There's all kinds
or
of stuff to
different secrets
do.
that exist. Each one of those icons are different opportunities for gameplay. And you'll notice that same thing as we venture out into the open world as well. So when you go out into the open world and you see those icons, whether they're on the mini map or on your map, or
Drifty does not have any kind of
those
challenge.
things are opportunities.
He's just trying to catch Root or Cloud now.
Capacity. They're puzzles left behind by old wizards.
Is that kid drunk?
Oh,
he's on a broom. Okay. I thought he was just walking, stumbling around the
off in the distance, and you visit them.
the road a little bit,
trying
to get run over by a horse and carriage.
And as you
Good Clay, Book and Wand is $300 collected edition.
Sometimes those characters, poachers or dark wizards, might be hoarding different.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna drop $300 on the collector's edition for Book and Wand. Holy crap! I appreciate you looking, Del Clay. I almost called you Del Rey.
Reward you for poking around.
I mean, I right away want to just cover all of those points on the map, just by going over there.
Well, we've flown on a broom already, but there is something that we haven't done so far, and that is getting on our flying mount. We're gonna hop on our Onyx Hippogriff here. The Onyx Hippogriff is our pre-order bonus.
Oh my god, there he just like pops out of the the bag. Oh wait, you can use it as a horsey? I mean, there he just like...
Our Onyx Hippogriff here, and that is getting on our flying mount. We're gonna hop on our Onyx Hippogriff here. The Onyx Hippogriff is our pre-order bonus.
Oh my god, there he just like pops out of the the bag. Oh wait, you can use it as a horsey? I mean, a horse? I mean, that is a horse?
Yeah.
Up here!
Hippogriff, you can...
Up here! That is incredible!
Off into the air. And we tried to make sure that each of those...
Just open your fucking bag. Hey, giant hippogriff, why don't you just fuck it?
As quickly as possible. But sometimes it's really nice to get on the hippogriff because of that ground speed.
Yo!
Or those transitions. And sometimes it just feels
You and me both, Randy.
Be riding around on a hippogriff.
We can use it as a horsey?
It really is kind of like, I don't know, it's a great feeling being on it.
Oh no, that guy cracks me up. I love his energy.
From run to fly and just being able to go wherever you want. And we tried to make sure that each one of these things that you can interact with have a unique identity and a reason for being.
Used for dealing with higher level combat situation, combat plants and potions can give you advantage against tougher enemies. Combat plants and potions.
As soon as there's kind of a moment where the world kind of opens up to you outside of Hogwarts as a student, and right from that moment, early on in the game, you can go wherever you want. And so
that's what I'm talking about.
Difficult challenges in different areas, and you'll see different spots as Andrew's moving around, like you mentioned, the swamp.
So we need to go to difficult areas and figure out if there's shit we can find.
We've got different types of environments out in the world just to kind of pepper your experience, reward you for exploring, keep things fresh. All those things exist as we're moving around.
So cool. I love that windmill.
The second showcase is good. So good.
Like I keep forgetting that this is like 1800s. The Wizarding World we've never really seen before. Like it feels so authentic. Like it just, it's part of it.
This looks so good.
Yeah,
this looks so
I
good.
love this vista too, and I'm gonna have Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit of dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you.
Hey, you gotta do that. That's cheating.
Covered in snow.
Oh my gosh, what's going on, dude?
Yes, please. I love snow.
Make sure to drop likes and smash subscribe, and I'll BRB because I have to change my name back to Dan Channel. Dan Channel.
Oh my god.
Change it back to Dan Channel. Wow.
Like, it looks so realistic. Oh my god, it changes the landscape like completely. Oh my god.
They're just like, bring the guy in with a yellow shirt. We need a hype boy. We just need somebody to freak out anytime something happens. It doesn't have to be anything impressive. This one is, obviously, but this guy will just hype about literally anything, and I love him. I love him for it.
Gameplay impact? Like impact on the gameplay?
13 more days. That's embarrassing. I did that on Facebook once.
Yeah, we use it. We really use it as a narrative marker through.
Me and
through
like
the game.
8 people
So
on the
as you're
ship.
progressing through your main storyline.
I had her name's just Roger Dat
Have those moments
on
that kind of
Facebook for like a
felt
month.
when you're reading the books or watching the movies, where you know you'll see
No,
kind of
this
like the
fucking
title card
thing.
Winter, and now the landscape has changed. And
Oh
you're
man, I
feeling
forgot
those-
about that.
passage of time
Why
while
you why
you're
you
moving,
spamming chat
going through your year at
with
Hogwarts.
these
And I
shit
think-
pies,
I think
dude?
we wanted to duplicate that, and for me, it's really fun that it's not just on the outside.
Dive underwater?
Which I agree. I think it looks really beautiful. But within the school as well. So there are moments like when it reaches certain holidays or things like that, where Hogsmeade
But why is he
reacts to
stepping?
holidays, and the school reacts to holidays, and you see the decorations around those environments change. That really helped just kind of
Is it
make me
gone?
feel like I'm there.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not just you know, for the seasons, those kind of vibe things.
There
we have a
shouldn't
day-night
be.
cycle, and that day-night cycle, even though similarly, like it's largely about vibe. When you go into Hogsmeade in the evening, there's less characters.
Yeah, it shouldn't
there.
be, buddy.
Around the school, you'll notice it kind of dies down and quiets down. Just when there's just candlelight and students kind of like as you're walking through the halls. But in that day-night cycle is where we've kind of placed a few items where, you know, whether or not you can collect them or whether or not you can interact with them that are a little bit restricted by the day-night cycle.
And I love Andrew's flying up here really high.
There's
up
more
on the
things for me to
hippogriff,
fix, probably, Rouge.
And we're just looking at this view of Hogwarts in the distance. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's part of what I love most about flying around in this game, whether it's on a hippogriff or on the broom.
No, I mean, you talk about going.
I'll
anywhere
refresh the
and things that
browser,
you can
see if
in the
that fixes
distance, and
it.
That's one of my. I still can't get over no matter I played this.
This game
so
looks
much,
incredible,
but
boys.
I still can't get
Gals.
over the fact that I can
Thems,
see Hogwarts
whatever
out there,
you prefer
and
to be
just something
called, you know
beautiful
what I
about
mean?
Knowing that all of the things inside of it, the classrooms, the students, the
Super
professors,
broken channel.
all the places I can go, I can just fly my hippogriff, land in the courtyard, enter the front doors, and just walk, you know, to the library, to class, or to greenhouse, or to my common room. That is
You pick
all
up the animal
contiguous,
with
just
your
one
front
space
talons
is
and
still
just throw
exciting.
him into the river.
I mean, I'm just
Be a prick.
I'm speechless right now. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's just.
It is gorgeous.
As much as we want to spend a lot more time out here just flying around, experiencing the world, I think this is a great opportunity to switch over to combat. And last
Oh, I'm
time
sure
we
there's-
gave you kind of a
I wonder if we can
intro
get on
to
top of this
combat.
mountain,
This time
big,
we're
big
gonna
mountains,
really
though.
go
That's what I-
a lot more of a deep dive on using the dark
That's
arts
what I'm
battle
excited
arena, which is
for,
part of our
or want
deluxe
to find
edition.
out.
All right, Andrew's got us in the Forbidden Forest, which is where the Dark Arts Battle Arena is, which is part of the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe Edition. I love the way that the Dark Arts Battle Arena is actually part of the world. It's integrated into the world, so your experience is more immersive than just choosing an option from the
We will
main menu of
obviously
the
be
game
getting
or
this as
something
well.
like that.
Reason to go to the Forbidden Forest.
Exactly. There are many reasons to go to the Forbidden Forest, but he's also wearing the Dark Arts cosmetic set.
Hold on, was that crafting?
And but
Leaping toads, stool caps. Is that an animal or is
he's
that
also wearing
crafting
the
in
Dark
some
Arts
kind of way?
cosmetic set, and
I do like that Dark Arts.
Ancestral, which is
my God.
part of that Dark Arts pack from the Deluxe and Digital
Oh!
Deluxe edition. So we're going full Dark
God!
Arts here.
That's good. That's what I'm doing.
Give
But I
me
like
Demon
this, this
Horsey!
Battle Arena. It is a great place to show off. Really
Babe, I'm
combat
gonna get
in
the
a big
Demon
way. It
Horse.
unlocks some
Nothing you can do about
abilities
it.
for you and allows you to really play around with combat in a
I gotta go eat
way.
lunch with
And
Pog
is it
Stream. I
like
appreciate
the
you, Rouge.
only
Shout out you,
arena
dude.
Like this in the game, where you can like practice.
Hogwarts
So
plus No
in
Man's
the-
Sky. No
in
Man's
the
Sky is a
base
very
game,
good
we
game too. I
have,
played that when it
two
first came
combat
out a
arenas
lot.
normally
When
and
I was
so
learning
everyone has
to
access
love
them.
wine. I
And
just play that and
each of
drink a
the
bottle of
combat
wine.
arenas are an opportunity to kind of just go through a difficult combat challenge, fight through multiple waves, in order to earn a different cosmetic for your character.
You don't
Add
jump
that to
off
your
it.
collection.
You jump
in
halfway
case
off
of
and suck them back
that's
into
no
the bag.
different than the Dark Arts Battle Arena. That's also true.
With the unforgivable curse of Avada Imperio, and Crucio, as well as the blasting curse and Confringo, in addition to the unique and devastating effects unforgivable curses break through all shield charms. Your shields mean nothing here.
The combat arena, but one of the things that we're excited about in the Dark Arts Battle Arena that people can do is you come in preloaded with different abilities. So
Okay.
unforgivable curses are something that everyone's going to have access to through the base game and going to be able to earn, and they can make choices in order to kind of like add that
That's
to their
rude.
repertoire, and they can also commit to that down.
What can we devise from this? We know that each color represents a different kind of type of spell, if you will. These little blue boxes are maybe those upgraded things he talked about, how like you can upgrade that skill in a certain way. Maybe that's what these singular boxes are. 1 upgrade, 2 upgrade, 3 upgrade. Oh, that's not a lot of info. You guys are rude.
With certain talents and things like that. When you play the Dark Arts Combat Arena, you actually have access to all of those things.
Saha.
as
How you
kind
doing,
of
dude?
a way to
Namaste.
test them all.
Saha,
And
right?
So it's a
Saha.
chance to kind of like tour and play with the Dark Arts and decide
I-
whether or not that is. a
I'll
path
butcher your
that you
name if
kinda
I try
wanna
it.
go down.
I will absolutely
But yeah,
butcher
everyone
it.
has the same ability to explore the Dark Arts. This is just kind of like
Saha.
Kind of in a
Srajit?
great
Srajit?
place for us
I don't
to
know. I
show
can't
off
do it.
combat in general.
I did my
So I
best.
think we're gonna
Sorry.
jump in here. Andrew's gonna start battling, and we can start talking.
Thanks for
about,
popping on the channel,
everything
dude. I
you're seeing
appreciate
on
you.
the screen.
All right.
And everybody, ooh, get him!
Some of the cadavers right away. Oh my god.
Get him!
We're starting off strong.
Oh my god.
Starting off strong.
Was that Kujio? Oh my god. That's so cool.
Yeah, so that you'll notice right away, like when we used Avada Kedavra, that guy's health bar went from instant to 0, and we really are trying to honor the way Avada Kedavra works in the game. Even
You're
in
almost
some pretty
there.
extreme
Damn it.
situations. You'll notice that
No
like
picking, bruh.
the meter takes up a lot longer to
Yeah, a little
Combo meter's
build
taking a
up as
lot,
way to
yeah.
kind of deal with its extreme power, just so that it's still fun to use. And then there's some ways that we'll probably talk about to adjust that.
I want to see what that combo meter
I
does.
don't know if there are things on the screen that you just have questions about.
Well, like I see like little blue things popping from
Yeah.
the enemies. Also, before like that sign, well, it's like so in the community we call it the ancient magic sign. I don't know if that's how it's called.
Yeah.
In the game.
So the community is astute. So on the development side and player facing the game, we reference that as your ancient magic meter.
Oh, so it is ancient magic.
That's
Ancient
it.
magic
So
meter?
As your abilities in the game keep growing and you become exposed to some of the secrets about your own kind of mystery and your own abilities, you start unlocking new powers. So one of those powers, you'll see the R1 button appearing throughout the game. That's
wanna see
an
it.
ancient magic throw, we call it, that allows you to kind of like draw an object to you and fling it at an enemy.
Okay.
But whenever you see the R1 or the L1 plus R1 appear over somebody's head, that's an ability to cast a very devastating and powerful ancient magic spell to do a ton of damage against the character.
I see.
And the way that manifests itself depends on the type of enemy that you're fighting. And you'll see a wide variety of enemies in here that are pressuring the player in different ways. You'll notice there's
yes.
abilities that kind of bubble up under the player as he's fighting that force him to move. And there's different ways that we want the player to kind of move around on the battlefield. And that's actually a good link to the ancient magic meter in general. And the reason why I say that is because as you're doing different things in combat, you're Portegoing and you're doing different abilities and you can kind of spec into it with your talents, there are different ways to get that meter to build
This looks so good.
faster. So one of the most effective base ways to build up that meter fast, that way you can launch these devastating attacks whenever you want to, is to actually perform combos. So you see that combo appearing, and it's almost like your emotions are building up, and then basically that builds up.
Ooh,
enough
take that
to
rock
get
to the
an
suck
attack
hole,
someone.
dude.
But as the combo meter builds up, at some point you strike someone and a piece of their magic kind of falls out of them. You'll see the blue orbs in the game world, and there's something that only you can see in the narrative, in the world. And it's another reason to move around on the
Right through
battlefield.
your
If you
shield
can
means
go up and
nothing.
Collect those things and suck them in. They give big jumps to that ancient magic meter as we're playing.
We're talking a lot about spells and magic here, but I think there's another huge component of combat, and that is the tools that you can bring to combat as well to kind of change the way you play. And I think Mackenzie knows a lot about what's
My
going on.
goodness, he's turned him into a chicken.
So the tools are really interesting because they're basically like a prior
Get out of here,
investment.
cock.
So you can bring the potions and the plants that you grow in the room of requirement to combat.
You can
to
grow
essentially
potions
kind
and
of
plants
help
in the room of requirement. Good to
get
know.
the enemies a lot quicker.
Cannot
and
wait to
more
go check that out after this.
So some of the tools that you'll see here are like the rock skin potion. So that is something that basically covers your skin in this like rocky material that reduces the incoming damage that you're receiving. So against big enemies, hard-hitting enemies like trolls,
I like it.
that's super helpful.
Oh, just crucial. I mean, whatever. The troll. That's hard.
Obviously, we have the Wigan
That's
potion
hard.
as well, which increases your health. And then we have the focus potion. So
See, that does
Alan
nothing
talks
to him. He
about
just used one
having
spell
to
and cut that
balance the
troll up,
Abracadabra
dude.
with a long cooldown, because obviously
Oh, shout out new sub, Felipe.
one thing that you could
Shout out
do
you, dude. I
is do a
appreciate
focus
you.
Potion, and that will increase.
Somebody reward that man with
obviously
points.
Your cooldowns.
Hold on, chat. I'll catch back up. I'll catch back up now.
There's so much, versatility, like in what the character.
The effects hold me. Hell yeah, Randy. GTA 5 roleplay never bored their audience. No, it never did. You're right there.
And I love that.
I've watched a lot of clips of GTA roleplay a lot. I enjoy it. I just never got into it.
You also have
Play like me playing
so we
it.
have things like the venomous tentacula that you can put down.
There's the
and it acts
turret.
like a
Yeah, I've
turret,
seen
and it
clips
just
of that
kinda shoots
before.
Enemies around the battlefield.
That is so cool. This is like a truly like Hufflepuffian way to approach.
Hufflepuffian way.
No, that was super important to us. So there were these like multiple ways, and so you can see there's a ton of different things you can use. The Mandrake is one, so you can pull it out and it stuns with its like piercing cry these enemies.
That's
in a radius.
that's the plan I was talking about. The Mandrake.
I want to call out that we're.
He just goes, ah!
Here's these dueling feats, which
Look how tall that guy is. Kill that grown ass man, dude.
A unique way. I don't want to get stuck in my style, you know. And so this is a way to, if you want to get stuck in your style, go for it. If you just want to blast people,
Oh, but
go for
gone,
it. But we also
gone.
want
Ancient
to,
magic, you're gone.
Have some things over here that may.
Oh
make
my
you use
goodness.
certain potions or block.
This is violent.
Yeah, we mentioned the field guide challenges in the prior stream, and the field guide challenges. This is the way that the field guide manifests like challenges for you to do in combat. And exactly to your point, we just wanted a way to encourage players to explore the different systems, to help them decide, to just kind of practice with them.
Bro,
Really
got iron to the face. I know this, like the anvil to the mouth. I think that was an anvil we saw, right? Like that.
You can unlock this kind of cursing mechanic that sort of like links the fates.
Oh man, like I could feel that hitting me. It felt like, you know what I mean?
They all begin sharing damage, and so we have things like Avada Kedavra, which is the insta-kill, but if you curse everyone before you insta-kill this one guy, they can all drop dead for that kind of ultimate Voldemort fantasy. And so, oh my god, there are dark.
You guys hear that?
There's fantasy. Insta-kill this one guy. Things like Avada Kedavra, which is the they all begin sharing damage, and so we have things like Avada Kedavra, which is the insta-kill, but if you curse everyone before you insta-kill this one guy, they can all drop dead.
Oh my goodness. You and what army?
And so, oh my god, there are dark arts fantasies. There's fantasies about being more of a defense against the dark arts characters, things like that misty step that you see occasionally being used on the battlefield, and we can also spec into our potions and plants to make them more powerful and more efficacious. So it's all about which type of player you feel like you are, and whether or not you want to play with prep on the fly or with deliberation, and those are all different options.
That is so cool, because like it's like I see so much like going
looks
on,
so good.
so much complexity,
And
and
gameplay looks, or the battles look very smooth.
That ancient magic, to be honest, feels like much more powerful than just the dark arts.
Like
And speaking of plants,
it looks
and potions,
great.
we're going to be putting the dark arts away, put those unforgivable curses away, and heading to the room of requirement, which
I'm excited for this. What do you miss? The battle sequences.
That actually has some
Kedavra or Avada Kedavra or whatever you want to call it. I forget how to say it. You can hit people with anvils. There's a lot. There's a lot.
In the room of requirement,
We just went to the Forbidden Forest.
Casual mode
a little bit
here, wearing a nice jumper.
This is your customizable room,
and I think that's a good jumping off point for
and Felipe
personalization of the
subscribed.
Space as
so
well,
shout out
not
Felipe.
just your character and the visuals of your character, but actually the space.
It probably is gonna take a minute or two, Danny. I appreciate you trying,
it was
boss.
super important to us that this space really did feel like your reflection as a wizard. So you can change the architecture in here.
What?
different themes throughout, starkly different themes, to really just hammer home that this is yours.
Wow.
Oh my God! What?
Wow.
This is beautiful. We never expected that to be. Oh my God.
Wow.
That's the thing, is not
That's
only can you change
incredible.
the architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space, as you can see. So there's like statues that you can do,
Moonstone.
and ornaments, and tables, and rugs, and just a bunch of little things that really flesh out the space.
Don't
and
care
bring
about
it to
rugs.
life.
Show me something else.
Because like we had an idea that those places where you brew stuff, that's where you can change, but you can do all of this. Where do you even get this stuff? Like, there's a furniture store?
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be purchased at Tomes and Scrolls in Hogsmeade. But also, as you engage in different types of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded with.
You can change the colors of it too. Oh my
You
goodness.
change color?
We're gonna build a
You can change
third
the colors,
Eva
you
home
change the
base,
size
boys,
of it,
inside
you can
of
place it
inside of the room of
basically
requirement.
Oh my God, it's so tiny. It's like for Baby Niffler.
And I love how the system too is designed.
That's
it's
for
not
widget.
mechanical; it's immersive, and so you get the magical effect of conjuring it in, and you're actually doing.
Oh,
it in
the machine is
world as
making
your
clothes.
character, but the way you've blended like that gameplay with the immersive.
As
design.
love is in the size.
Oh my God, like, and I love the animation, how it like
Look at the
appears,
kitties.
You know, like it's not just like there, it's like it almost
They're
like it
moving.
operates.
It is really quite beautiful, and that was the thing, is we wanted that to look.
That's really
nice,
cool.
Because the magic in the wizarding world is everywhere. It's physical, it's kinetic, and it's whimsical. And we
Damn
really
right.
wanted to nail that whimsy in this space. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is that not only can you
That's where we can
conjure
plant.
things and you can change their look, but you can do that with the utility objects as well. So you can see that we have planting pots and potion stations, and you can change the look of those as well.
So cool.
And these are the areas where, as we had mentioned
So
previously, you'll be
cool.
growing your plants, you'll be brewing your
The
potions.
graphics are incredible.
So while you're also
Perfect.
doing these,
Like it's like a
kind of
perfect fit for
nurturing-based
this type of
activities,
game.
this
You
is
know.
also the space where you would
Not
bring in
ultra
gear that would be
realistic,
identified and
but
gear to
looks
have,
really
like,
crisp.
traits put on it, which I believe Alan can talk to.
Oh.
Yeah, we keep bringing up appearance and
With a
and how
nice
it looks,
cartoony art
and,
to it. You know what I mean?
Like in the game, you can look like anything you want to whenever you want to. But the player will be finding different types of gear, that we call it, as you progress through the game. And essentially, we just know that
There you go.
clothes and different items in the
Use the
Wizarding
limb to
World have
upgrade your
magical
gear.
properties. And as you
3 upgrades.
as you explore and as you adventure and as you defeat enemies, you're going to be
Per
finding
item.
different pieces of gear that have different abilities, and that can help you in your journey and are a major part of you kind of growing as a wizard and a
You can get different sets. You know what I mean?
And so
if you need
It's a
to.
huge list.
and not all the time. Whenever you get a new piece of gear, you don't necessarily know exactly what it does. And so there is a station inside of the room of requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually bring that gear that you're uncertain about and learn what its abilities are.
Right, yeah, that's so cool.
Deckard Cain,
As the
for all you
space advances even
Diablo
further,
fans.
and the space will eventually grow its own rooms, and you're going to get new recipes. You know, like Mackenzie's talking about, all these different things keep
This
expanding,
looks
and as it expands,
just-
eventually
I
it
know I've
learns
said
to
it like a
earn
billion times.
what we
This
see
looks
here,
so
which is
good,
called
though.
a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear, and take any
Mooncalf
piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that you can make anything look like anything. The collection of appearances, we call it, or cosmetics, we've been referring to it in this stream. Those types of things you can use, and you can apply a look
scheme
to any
for?
other look. So if you get a piece of gear, you put it on, you look like that, but you can change it to look like whatever you want.
That's so cool. And like you can just put some ability to this sweater, but then you can just swap that ability.
Yep, and appearances you can edit whenever you want in the gear screen. The loom is specifically about applying traits and applying larger upgrades that just kind of grant you greater statistical advantage or give you really specific abilities that blend in nicely with where you're trying to go with your combat fantasy or talents and things
There's
like
so
that.
much to do.
I'm just like
Danny.
I'm seeing that they're just like
Feels like Skyrim did a bunch of Harry Potter lines, and I love it.
Yeah, and so you'll notice that the ingredients that are used to add traits and to upgrade
I
your
agree.
gear are based around beasts. So this is where we get into the beast care section, which is inside this vivario. Kind of bigger space on the inside idea. And so you can see here we have a couple of beasts out. We have a graaphorn and a mooncalf,
just-
a niffler, and a neasel as
The
well.
Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe straight into your beast land. Look at this little cute fuck. Look at that.
Variety.
Who, me? Yeah, you.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
He's just like a
As somebody who's 6'5", I love adorable, cute, small things. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They're so
Look at the little fucker. This guy is just Mr. Sir himself here.
They're
That's
adorable.
beautiful.
And so part of
What a
beast care,
majestic creature.
petting them as well, but
Can-
feeding
do-
them
do you
too.
pet his
so once you do
face
those things,
tentacles?
That's when they feel safe enough that they
Oh my
they'll
goodness.
give you
Look at
their
him.
magical ingredients. So
Look at little
mooncalf
Fred there.
niffler
It's a
fur,
moon calf.
etc.
Oh,
that can
you
be-
cute little fuck. Oh my goodness.
because like you know that makes sense because when you touch the animal.
He looks like the lion from Shang-Chi and Talo.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you've seen
Yeah,
that.
we really want to hammer home the fact that this is like a home that you're making for them. So
Oh
in the overland, you can find these beast dens and rescue these beasts. Part of doing so is brushing them and feeding them food as
Okay,
well.
one of the first things we're doing when we get open world access is going beast den hunting. Yes or no? I mean, yes is the only correct answer to this, but yes or no. And we are at 17 likes. We're getting very close to breaking a like record, which is I think at 20, 25. So, I mean,
and
not
to
saying
build
have
that
to, but
relationship.
definitely think about hitting that free button.
In addition to be able to care for beasts, you can actually conjure things in this space as well.
The house, the cottage.
Yeah, right. And so we have like a lot of little
I'm glad
ornaments,
everybody
in
agrees.
this
Okay.
area. And a lot of
It's-
them
that's a
are
cat.
purely cosmetic.
That's a
They
cute
look really
cat.
Cool. Again, it's the personalization of this space.
Oh my goodness. No, this is like I'm gonna spend 8 hours just designing this whole area.
This is another reason why we're going to have morning streams now. Because with morning streams, we'll be able to stream longer. You know what I mean? And so we're going to wake up early and we're going to start streaming pretty early. Now, you guys can catch that whenever you'd like to, obviously. But we're going to be able to, you know, stream more hours and be able to explore this game a lot more, a lot quicker than we would normally, which I'm excited for.
Stank, so to say. Just for the creatures. I love it.
Yeah, no, totally. And there's like a decoration aspect, but there's also, we were saying inside as
So
well,
cute.
is there's a utility aspect to it too.
Niffler's a W.
As you,
And absolutely yes, drop likes for the
progress in
algorithm.
game,
Hell
You're
yeah.
able to purchase more
Beast
contributions.
feeders?
You're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example, is the food processor, which allows for the beasts in the space to automatically get feed, so you don't have to do it manually. And so you're really building.
I don't know about you guys, but I see us playing this
in addition,
game
there's also
quite
a toy box
a
where you
lot.
can- where you can play with your beasts. And you'll see
There's
here,
a
yeah,
basketball
so
that
you
looks like a football.
There's a bunch of toys in it, and each beast has their own favorite toy. So as you can imagine, the moon calf really likes the moon ball.
No
or
shit.
The neasel, as like a little cat, really likes to chase the yarn ball.
What if you miss the magic and hit your moon calf?
Cute.
Is that like stepping on your cat accidentally? Oh my goodness. Oh my shit. Look at it running.
The thing we really wanted to hammer home is that the world is.
I'm about to start
So
weeping.
by going and rescuing these beasts and bringing back
What's
them
he
back
like to
you,
play with? Play with the
caring for them,
graaphorn.
You're really helping them out.
Or
There's
is-
poachers in the
or-
overland
or is that the
who want to hunt these
graaphorn?
beasts for material. So instead, you're caring.
Who
for them.
knows?
You're giving them a home.
Right. Oh my god, this graaphorn is just gigantic. But he looks like my dog.
Like, naming that a graaphorn is really messed up since PH in English is F. So it could be graaphorn or it could be graaphorn.
Getting back into that,
You know, like,
personalization, you know, yeah.
yeah, change the name to anything but graaphorn. That's breaking the English language. G Money is what his name is. Like, what are we doing here?
Bruce.
He just wants to play fetch and murk Death Eaters, and we're all out of Death Eaters.
And you can get additional vivariums, correct?
Oh my god, the kinder way to say that is hilarious, you know what I mean? Because generally you would think, oh, and we're all out of balls or something, you know?
As as you progress through the story,
Death Eaters
you
cower
unlock
in
more of the
fear,
villains.
but
So
no,
as you see,
we're
there's
all
like
out of
meadow
Death Eaters, so where are the
big,
balls?
Open, bright. But there's other ones, say like a swamp that you might encounter.
What's going on, Cloud? Welcome
and
back,
it's really
WB.
a visual effect to and more space for your feet.
Oh, so it's like those.
You can move
when
like
you're inside,
everything.
There's like on the left, there's that moon glow from
Wow.
one entrance, and then some shrubbery going on in the right. Is that what you're talking
Like
about?
this is an issue I had with Fallout 4's kind of customization, is that you couldn't necessarily
and another
move.
thing with
Like
the
certain trees would
is
just, they'd
very,
have to stay there and stuff
tying
like
back
that.
to this
This,
same
like you're
kind of thing they
moving,
did
he's
with, like, the
moving every
moon,
tree in
where
his area.
It's not just a method of travel, it's actually built in and integrated into the world. In the same way, like Beast Care isn't just this added element. You're not just throwing it on top. There's really this like narrative and integration to
Yeah, everything connects.
Excuse me.
As you progress through the missions, you'll expand the space. As you earn resources, you'll go into Hogsmeade and use them to unlock the gameplay here and unlock new conjurations and different things to play around with. In the open world, it's in those different environments, like the different combat and conflicts.
Oh,
and
make it
damage
huge.
and different things like that exist in the overland. Those things are what hold recipes that exist in the loom.
Gorgeous.
So all these things have a way of
Gorgeous.
connecting. Moonstone that you find out in the world is the resource that we use to conjure everything that's found throughout the world. Forageables are used for recipes. So really everything's like a cycle and keeps you coming back.
But even with the story that's being told too, I think people know who Poppy is and that she has a particular affinity for beasts.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we're seeing here, you're going to be venturing out into the world, and this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, even of kind of like your interactions with beasts in that narrative. So you bringing up Poppy, there are more kind of mysteries to discover and things to discover out in the world that have to do with her and that have to do with caring for beasts.
Comes out February 10th, but Saeed said if we get the deluxe, you get a 72-hour early. So it sounds like February 7th.
Well, we could spend hours in here, but we're gonna have to end the stream now. What do you think about
Son
what
of
we've seen today?
I mean, I'm just so blown away by how beautiful it looks. The open world seems so detailed, and there's so many things to do. And like the combat, we're gonna spend like 2 weeks or more just breaking it down by pieces. There's just so much to this world. Like I'm so happy you guys did this overall gameplay.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Just the tip of the iceberg spear
Got more for you to discover and find on your own. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Hogwarts Legacy is available for pre-order now. It releases February 10th with 72-hour early access for owners of the Collector's, Deluxe, and Digital Deluxe Edition. We're gonna wrap things up.
Sounds like the Digital Deluxe is where we're at. I assume is going to be anywhere between $70 and $100. All right. This came out 3 days ago. This is the official cinematic trailer, as it says up here, in 4K, obviously. So let's wrap this, this little ditty up this morning with the final product they wanted. Only a minute and 19. W's in chat. Let's get W's in chat. What are we doing? Some W's in chat. This stream popped off a lot more than I thought it would, so I shout out any and every single one of you guys who popped in here for the first time. The normal people, the normal fam bam, you guys are incredible as well for being here. Let's do this.
Take this. Find them.
Looked at his foot like, I'm tired of this shit. Just gorgeous. My God. How'd it hit him? He's a ghost. He's a ghost. He's a ghost. I don't do spiders, boys. I do not do spiders, boys.
I said set on the cadabra!
How dare you? We didn't see a single dragon the entire in any of the gameplays they showed. There's a Dargon?
Your legacy begins now. Hogwarts Legacy. Live the unwritten.
Wow. 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 Sold. Sold. That's the tower we saw them from. This is our stomping grounds. I wonder how much we can, once we're outside, can we go on top of Hogwarts? You know what I mean? Look how big and beautiful that is. There's the green house, obviously. That, whenever you hear that jingle come on, it is just iconic. The four houses. Sitting there doing some studying. Okay, again, I got a problem with this. We cannot get past this. You're a ghost. You're a ghost. Why are you touching your head like it almost came off? We saw neck the entire time. Like, this didn't affect you. You're a crybaby. Moving on.
We don't know what magic.
That's the Weasleys. I don't know, 1890? Great-great-great-grandmother, maybe? Great-great-grandmother?
This.
I don't think she cheats as transfig. We know about the Dark Arts battle in the forest. I don't know about these. Again, I am terrified of spiders in the bitchiest way possible, and we got multiple contacts. This is why I have a problem with spider. Anything with more than 4 legs or eyes, that's a problem. They can. You know what I mean? A spider that size is probably running, 50 miles an hour? Probably. Maybe even more. 8 legs, really galloping. They got fangs that will literally go through your body. Not okay. Clearly not okay. I don't like this.
Come on, son. I said.
This guy's being an asshole to this hippogriff. Again, easily do not like this. What are we doing here? Why are you like this kind of guy needs to be put down? Put down. If I see this, we are hopping off our horse or borse. We're hopping off our borse and we are cutting this guy up. Oh God, what's that smile? Oh, I know. That particular Harry Potter. Now, as a Skyrim fan, as a Dragon Age fan, as a fan of anything I mean, the fact that there's a Dargon right here, I hope we're fighting Dargons. Furthermore, I hope that, a DLC comes out and we capture a Dargon and now it's in our habitat thing, or we put it in our bag and we ride our Dargon whenever we want, The owl getting that close to the dragon, that's stupid. Like, that's dumb. Like, what are we doing there? Survival of the fittest. You were not fit. Like, that bird's definitely dead. That owl is definitely dead. I wanted to read that. Do we get anything there? Gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. No, we can't read shit there, can we? Those are just fake words.
Your legacy begins.
Really
now.
cool transition.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Portkey Games.
Live the unwritten.
All right, yeah, sold. Absolutely sold. Balrog looking dragon, 100%. 100%. All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today, boys. I'm gonna go hang out with the lady for a bit, then get to work. We're going to cut these up a little bit. I don't know if we'll do a stream tomorrow morning. I think we might use that time to do some editing and things like that. Work on the channel, the chats and things. You guys saw the chat appear in one section. That was a good test. Now I can work on that some. See how that looks. I appreciate you guys. Again, 150 views for the stream. I did not expect that. Did not expect that at all. Shout out to everybody who popped in for the first time and hung out with us. We got at least one new sub we saw. Let me check real quick and we'll shout out anybody else that might have subbed. Let's see. Nope, just the one. So shout out Felipe. Go watch football. Football's on today. Let's do quick picks. Chiefs, Jaguars. Chiefs win, Jaguars cover. 9.5. That's too much for a playoff game, I feel like. Giants and Eagles. Ooh. Give me the Giants. Give me the Giants. Jalen Hurts is not looking good. Giants are riding high right now, and I like Jalen Hurts he's injured. I'm sorry about it, but he's not 100%, and he's like Lamar Jackson. He needs to be 100% or close to it in order to be the quarterback that he is. Without it, then I think some of his some of his imperfections might show a little bit more. Bengals, Bills. Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. Both teams. Ooh. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills, but by a close game. Close game. Cowboys, 49ers. Will go with 49ers. I think Bengals will cover the 6. 49ers will cover the 4. The 49ers will probably win 5 or 6, I think, to the Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Yeah, I mean, Niners are really fucking good right now. Besides that, I appreciate everybody. Likes are awesome. Everything is awesome. We'll be back Monday at the latest. Maybe tomorrow, most likely Monday. Again, I appreciate you guys so goddamn much for checking in, and I'll see you later. Fucking bye!